This is Brenda. I'm either on the phone or waiting for my desk. Please leave a message and I'll get back to you. Thanks. Bye.
Well, no, I mean, I got more. So that's what
Good morning.
Morning, Roger.
Good morning.
Jason, how are you?
I'm gonna stop sharing here so we can see each other better. All right, we are streaming and it's posted. So we are ready to start, and we do have a quorum. Heard Alex in there, yes, yep.
Yep. Good morning, everyone. Hope you had a good, nice weekend. And a safe 4th. I don't think we burned any communities down, but anyway, it's good to be with you this morning. So we have a brief agenda this morning, centered mostly around totally around a public hearing to take public input on the issuance of $23.5 million of debt, and also any comments about the economic impact of the proposed service contract and debt issuance tied with the Syracuse City project. So unless there's some reason to defer, Roger, Roger, you're going to give a little bit of background on this?
Yeah, I'll give just a little quick summary of the project. This is the same structure we've been doing with new partner cities. Basically, UIA issues the debt, builds it, takes care of the thing. The city is providing a backstop on the financing so that we don't have any financial exposure on this. Also helps us get a better credit rating. As far as the conditions of the project, it's a very favorable one, meaning that we think there's an extremely high probability that we'll go well beyond the break-even take rate in the city. There's a couple of things that are favorable. One of them is competitive options are really, really bad. Being a little bit further away from that I-15 corridor and on the west side, they actually have areas without Comcast or CenturyLink. It's in one or the other in some areas, some with none. It's similar conditions we saw in West Point. Whereas most of the cities we're in, we have both of those and other options. And so from a competitive perspective, we expect to do really, really well. Additionally, the construction costs are lower than average. So the soil conditions over there near the lake are usually pretty good. We've had some places, I think, in Orem that were kind of bad just because of the mill or whatever, the steel, the Geneva stuff that over there that was messy. But usually when we're closer to a lake and further away from the benches, we get lower construction costs. So just the overall economics of this, of being able to build the thing, getting take rates and revenues from the project, this looks like a really favorable one. And politically, we had the meetings there. They vetted things pretty thoroughly, maybe even more than some other cities. You know, they went and did some tours of facilities. We had a lot of meetings with them going through some detail, which we appreciate. We do well in the deep dive, and came out of that very favorable and unanimous city council vote to proceed with the project. So I didn't mean any negativity towards Orem there, Jamie, just the ground. The city is fantastic. So, I also have Laura Lewis here with us in the office for questions on the structure the financing, if we wanted to have her give a summary? Are you prepared to do
I can just
that?
talk
or-
very briefly. Let me flip through.
Well, you've got audio here, so
Oh, okay.
I'd like to see it.
Okay.
So,
Currently, we're looking to close by the end of August. We've got a rating presentation coming up in a couple of weeks, and everything looks like smooth sailing. Currently, the par amount looks to be closer in, the just under $20 million. As you know, in our parameters, we typically put in a little bit of headroom, sort of the just in case. We're waiting to get interest rates from Key Capital, but the interest rate market's looking very favorable as well. So for a quick summary, there you go. All is looking phenomenal.
And then one other thing that usually comes up on these is this going to negatively impact our capacity and construction in other areas? And again, we're still pretty comfortable. We couldn't do 10 of these all right now, starting right now. But with Pleasant Grove and Syracuse just getting kicked off, that will start up the engineering. The engineering is falling off of all remaining areas of Utopia Cities, which is the design work, so that's getting wrapped up. So this is kind of coming in on the tail end of that. So we don't really see any impact negatively to our ability to finish out the original Utopia Cities. It's actually, the timing's very, very good for us. So we kind of just keep going with our construction and engineering efforts and moving into these other partner cities. So, any other questions for us?
Thank you, Roger. Brad, do you have anything to add? The bond side, bond council side?
Thank you, Alex. This is Brad Patterson from Gilmore Bell with Bond Counsel to UIA. I don't have anything else to add. As most people who are on this call are aware, the state statutes prescribe that we have a public hearing before we can issue bonds. That's the purpose of this particular meeting. We've already adopted a parameters resolution back in June. At that time, we also set a time for a public hearing. This is the time that was set by the board for the public hearing. This is mainly just to hear any kinds of comments from the public. To the extent there's not any, we can go ahead and close the meeting. There's no formal action that needs to be taken at this meeting. Essentially, taken all that formal action, and the wheels are in motion. We just need to get out and market the bonds, price the bonds, and then close the bonds. So this is just one of those steps in the whole process.
Okay. Thank you, Brad. And as usual, we very much appreciate your service and Laura's in helping us navigate these financial issues. I noticed that Kyle Laws is on. He's muted. Kyle, can you unmute? Kyle's the city manager in Syracuse.
Oh,
the good guys in city.
Kyle, I'm in West. I'm in West Point.
Oh, West Point. I'm sorry.
We love
guys,
we love our infrastructure.
Yep. Brody, I thought might be joining us today. Brody Bavero is the city manager of Syracuse. He's been very supportive. I don't know why he's not attending today, but maybe he had a conflict. It wasn't a requirement, but I don't see him on the meeting today.
Okay, I apologize for misidentifying you, Kyle. So are there any other comments from any of the board members? If not, we'll we need a motion to go into a public hearing. Josh, to formally take comment. So let's go ahead and do that. I'll entertain a motion to go into to open a public hearing regarding the issuance of the debt and any concerns or expressions of interest about the economic impact of this and the service contract execution that would follow. So is there a motion for that?
I move we open a public hearing.
Okay, that was Kyle. Mara,
Yes.
is there a second? Who was the second? Jason?
Sure.
Okay, very good. Let's do a roll call vote. Kyle?
Aye.
Nicole?
Yes.
Jamie?
Yes.
Grant?
Aye.
Jason?
Yes.
Jason Sant?
Aye.
Okay, and did I miss anybody?
Me, Brenda.
Oh, Brenda, I'm sorry, looking right at you, Brenda. I had to go back to bed and get back up again. And then Leighton's and I apologize,
Aye.
Brenda. I think that appears to be unanimous. Okay, we're now in a public hearing. Is there anyone there in the conference room or that is joining us online that has given or wishes to give a comment?
Yeah, all that we have in the conference room is Utopia staff and representatives from Lewis, Young, Robertson, Birmingham. So we've got Nathan over there and Laura. So we don't have any, assuming you guys are here in your role as
We're
financial
not here
advisors,
to talk.
then we don't have anyone from the public.
I didn't receive any.
Krista, have we had anybody make comments online?
No, we haven't.
Okay. Well, very good. And do we need a motion to close the public hearing?
I think that's tidy. Yeah, let's do it that way.
Okay. We'll entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
I move we close the public hearing.
Thank you, Brenda. Is there a second?
I'll second that. Jason Sant.
Okay, Jason Sant, thank you. A motion and a second to close the public hearing. Let's do a roll call vote again. Kyle Maurer?
Aye.
Nicole?
Yes.
Jamie?
Yes.
Brant?
Yes.
Jason Roberts?
Yes.
Jason Sant?
Aye.
And Brenda?
Aye.
And then Leighton and I as well. So it appears to be unanimous. Those that are joining. Well, very good. Thank you. Roger, are there any other items that need to be discussed or brought before the board, or any board members have any questions or concerns or issues they'd like to raise or have considered at a future meeting?
No, I just appreciate the support of the board. I hate having too many meetings and getting you through meeting fatigue, but this is one of those we just have to do with the timing of things. I had to schedule a special meeting for this, so appreciate your willingness to join us this morning and also the support for the projects.
Thank you, Roger. It's an exciting time. I really appreciate. We don't go out and solicit, as you know, or haven't historically solicit new customers or partners, but it's sure refreshing when entities will take the time to do a thorough analysis like you've talked about Syracuse doing, and certainly West Point did that, Clearfield and several others, and are making, of course we're biased, but making really good choices about the future of their telecommunications. I worry about some of our friends, and they are dear friends, who have taken an abbreviated process that I worry isn't going to serve them well in the long term. And anyway, that's just an opinion. But anyway, it's great to be part of a great organization like this, where everybody works together, and want to express appreciation to the staff as usual. Each of you, men and women, do a great job, and really, I think, are the key to the success of the organization. So thank you, and same with the board members. Great group of people that I have the privilege to work with. So unless there's any other items to talk about, we'll stand adjourned and just wish everybody a safe, good, positive day.
Thanks, Alex.
Anything else?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Again, thanks, Brad.